The issue of religious face coverings or religious headgear is back in the news again. It's never really left the past couple of weeks, as we've discussed the niqab issue. But now there's a judge in Quebec that's put it back in the spotlight. Justice Elena Marengo is heard in audio you're about to hear telling Rania El-Alloul that she cannot wear her hijab in court. Listen to the judge's argument.
Alloul, you stated that you are wearing a scarf. Earlier, you stated that you are wearing a scarf as a religious symbol.
Yes.
In my opinion, the courtroom is a secular place and a secular space. There are no religious symbols in this room, not on the walls and not on the persons. Article 13 of the regulation of the Court of Quebec states, any person appearing before the court must be suitably dressed. In my opinion, you are not suitably dressed. Decorum is important. Hats and sunglasses, for example, are not allowed, and I don't see why scarves on the head would be either. The same rules need to be applied to everyone. I will therefore not hear you if you are wearing a scarf on your head, just as I would not allow a person to appear before me wearing a hat or sunglasses on his or her head, or any other garment not suitable for a court proceeding. So what do you wish to do?
Actually, I cannot remove my scarf. This is, since long years I'm wearing my scarf.
Okay.
I came here to explain my case, actually.
I understand, but I will not hear you. I have to apply the same rules to everybody.
Now, I think that this judge is going to get her knuckles rapped. I think Miss El-Alloul is going to have her day in court with her hijab on, because the Supreme Court, the building behind me, well, they've already ruled on this, whether it's the Sikh turban case and the Mounties back in the 1980s, or the ruling just a couple of years ago that Muslim women in some cases could even testify in court with their faces covered, overthrowing centuries of legal tradition in Canada. This comes at a time when there's a debate going on about the niqab as well, and it's becoming very political. So when news of this story broke, Justin Trudeau, the Liberal leader, he was quick to jump onto Twitter and denounce the judge in Quebec, which is odd considering he's normally telling the Harper government they have to respect whatever judges say and that judges are beyond criticism. But on Twitter, he called this incident unacceptable. Let me read you his tweets. News of a judge refusing to hear a woman's case while she wore a hijab. This incident is unacceptable. All Canadians deserve to have their rights protected, especially in a court of law. Let's remember who we are. Oh, who we are indeed, Mr. Trudeau. This is a case of a woman trying to say that she wants to bring her religion into the public square. That's something that you normally oppose, at least if it involves Christians in your own caucus expressing their views on issues such as abortion. So, and you also are against criticizing judges unless it's to jump to the defense of a Muslim woman. Look, I think Miss El-Alloul got a raw deal from this judge. I think the Supreme Court's already spoken, and I think, as I said, she'll have her day in court. But this comes as the debate's going on about the niqab and citizenship ceremonies. A federal court judge overturned a rule from the federal government, from then Immigration Minister Jason Kenney, that said when you swear the oath of citizenship, the citizenship judge needs to be able to see your face. Trudeau was first out saying he was against this. Now NDP leader Thomas Mulcair is joining him.
The court's already ruled on that. It's a question of rights and freedoms. The government's appealing it, but as far as we're concerned, the federal court got it right. But
as I've said time and again, Mulcair's wrong on this, Trudeau's wrong on this, the federal court judge is wrong on this. You can't claim that this is an issue of religious freedom, that women are never allowed to show their face, when Islam itself says that there are times when women who wear the face veil must uncover their faces. And that includes when they do the Hajj, the pilgrimage to Mecca that all Muslims are required to do. So at Islam's holiest place, women aren't allowed to cover their face, but the same religion's going to say that in a citizenship ceremony in Canada, that they must cover their face? I don't buy it. And this is a case of saying this is a reasonable infringement. We had a reasonable infringement case heard against the Christian group, the Hutterites, back in 2009. I think that we can say that this is a reasonable infringement to say, show your face. But these two cases are going to be conflated over the coming weeks for political reasons, and you're going to see Trudeau and Mulcair trying to use the judge's case in Quebec to say that the Harper Conservatives are bigoted, that they somehow want to ban the hijab, they want to ban the niqab. That's not the case. But we are saying that you need to be able to show your face. Covering your face is foreign in Canada. We just don't do it. Reasonable accommodation means finding accommodations for religious, invisible, and other minorities that are just that, reasonable. Is saying that centuries of tradition can be thrown out a reasonable one? That we can say it doesn't matter if we can see your face, if we can see that you are who you claim you are, that we can see that you're actually saying the oath? That doesn't matter? That your interpretation of your religion trumps that? No. Islam itself does not allow face coverings at certain times. Neither should the Canadian government or the court system.